is a brief summary of my March Biomedical Artist Newsletter, Part 2. I always love to have beautiful flowers, and especially in the spring. With arrival of April, tomorrow, I bought a nice daisy, a beautiful white daisy, the April birth flower, which, when there is no sun, flops immediately. So, let's start a little bit about what this newsletter is about. It is why our brain cares about ballet. And this month I have been exploring in detail the many reasons why our brains and of course our bodies care about ballet. And as I planned my ballet classes, I decided that in order to tailor my classes optimally to prevent and treat various psychiatric and neurologic disorders, it would be excellent to know as much as possible about what happens to our brain and the different neurons and networks and different brain regions and neurotransmitters when we dance the beautiful performing art of ballet and when we create it. And so besides dancing, I delved into the neuroscientific literature and also what is written about ballet and dance to understand more for myself. And of course to share this with you and through my classes. And now let's first explore the artistic aspects of ballet. And to avoid repeating myself, I would like to invite you to visit my YouTube channel, Genevieve Yusunova, and to watch for yourself the videos and shorts that I created during March, and also to read my posts on LinkedIn where I highlight how I created the ballet, what it is intended for, and what are some scientific mechanisms that are beneficial for our health and especially for brain health. During March, I danced well-known ballets that were very joyful to dance again. I have danced them before, and some of them were the Firebird, which is an expression of optimism, Jewels, Rubies and Diamonds, La Fille Malgarnie, Giselle, Adelaide Langouche de Fleur, Dances at the Gathering, The Blue Girl, The Winter's Tale, and Who Cares? And I was also creative in choreographing my own ballets in which I try to include movements that highlight the healthy aspects of ballet. And combined with the music, they have amazing effects for the brain and the body, such as strong immune system or movements specifically designed to activate the task positive network and silence the default mode network, or ballets that are specifically designed to improve the fluid intelligence, and also ballets that are a form of moving meditation. And I like to dedicate my ballets to the monthly observances, and so I dedicated my ballets to March being Optimism Month, Brain Awareness Week, Women's History Month, and Crowdfunding Day, Immune System Day, among others. And of course for spring. And in my newsletter, which I publish on LinkedIn, I will include a link to some of the ballets as an example. And the conclusion this month is that ballet is an amazing whole brain workout, and your brain truly cares if you dance because you are doing something that will keep it healthy without external chemical substances, and it will keep it happy. And at the same time, you're creating something beautiful that connects you to other people. You have to try it for yourself to see how joyful it is. Dancing ballet, as I mentioned, shuts off the default mode network, which is responsible for the unproductive ruminations, why we did something, what could have been, and focus on the present moment, and it switches on the task positive network, which is active when we perform tasks like various ballet movements. And this is excellent for our cognition and for learning and memory. Other neuroscience mechanisms are the stimulation of the synthesis of brain-derived neurotrophic factor when we dance ballet, and increased BDNF levels have been detected in the plasma of dancers. And also ballet stimulates fluid intelligence. Also, it is a very pleasurable activity that through the amygdala and the corpus striatum leads to synthesis of more dopamine, which is very joyful and excellent for our brain. And I wish to highlight that the neuroscience mechanisms of ballet that we learn through studies and MRI and taking the plasma of dancers to measure various substances such as BDNF, they may help us to design better artificial intelligence tools that work just like the human intelligence and the human brain. And also, this knowledge can help us to design better therapies for brain disorders such as cognitive disorders, Alzheimer's, mood disorders, addiction, post-traumatic stress disorder, eating disorders, and autism. In ballet-based therapies would be more physiologic than chemical substances, and they would not be expected to have the adverse effects. In my view, intelligence is acting in unison with the surrounding environment, and especially with nature, and to reap the greatest benefits of dancing ballet during the spring, I danced some of the ballets outside in the garden when it is sunny and warm and there is fresh air, which is also excellent for the immune system and for the nervous system. And as always, I danced with a rose, especially especially for National Flower Day, and sometimes with a daisy, and this is excellent for intuition, for inspiration. We know that flowers also reduce stress and they create beauty. As we dance into National Garden and Poetry Month of April, I wish to encourage you to dance ballet with your favorite spring flower, which is poetry in motion. We employ the language of ballet poses and movements, coordinated to music, to create a beautiful and healing art that our brain cares about, our bodies care about, and that we enjoy. Thank you. Be well. I will welcome your comments and thoughts.